Ukraine rescuers pull dead from rubble of Kyiv floods after massive Russian strikes. At least 7 people have been killed, including a 12-year-old girl in Kyiv after Russia launched a massive wave of drone and missile strikes on the Ukrainian capital and other regions, officials have said. The victim bodies were pulled from the rubble of a partially destroyed apartment building in Kyiv, where rescuers are searching for at least 20 people feared missing. Ukraine's emergency service said dozens more have been wounded in the attack, including 2 children. The city's mayor said 21 people are being treated in hospital. It marks the 3rd day in a row Ukraine has reported deaths as Moscow ramps up its assault after a 3-day ceasefire expired on Monday. The overnight barrage saw more than 670 drones and 56 missiles targeting the country, President Volodymyr Zelensky said. This is among the largest attacks Russia has mounted since the start of its full-scale invasion in 2022. The strikes hit more than 180 sites across Ukraine, including more than 50 residential buildings, Zelensky added. He said a significant number of Russian drones and missiles were shot down, with an overall interception rate of 93%. There must be a just response to all these strikes, Zelensky said, calling for allies to hold Moscow accountable and keep global sanctions in place. In Kyiv, a search and rescue operation began early Thursday to look for people in the rubble of a 9-story apartment block in the southwestern Donetsk district. Police said 2 men aged 21 and 30 and a woman who has not yet been identified were found dead in the rubble of the building's destroyed entrance. Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko said the body of a 12-year-old girl had been recovered from the rubble of a house nearby. A man also died in hospital, the city's police added, who had been at a patrol station which came under attack. More than 1,500 rescuers and police officers are working in the aftermath of Russia's overnight attacks, almost 600 of them in Kyiv, said Ukrainian Interior Minister Ether Klimenko. Dozens of people have been rescued alive from the damaged building, and more than 10 people are thought to be missing. Teams said that they have moved more than 20 cubic meters of the reefs and evacuated 5 damaged vehicles. Near the scene, some residents sat inside tents erected by volunteers and local officers, wrapped in blankets in shock and disbelief. Irina Mostran was among those watching the debris being cleared, with tears in her eyes. She had returned to Ukraine after being away for 2 years for a short visit and was staying in a nearby apartment when the attack happened. The entire building was shaking. It was very scary, she told the BBC at the scene. It was so quiet lately that I thought perhaps it was time to move back completely. And yesterday and today we had such an Armageddon. The strikes also damaged other residential buildings, a school, a veterinary clinic, and other infrastructure in Kyiv, according to Zelensky, while the mayor said the city's water supply had been disrupted. The large-scale attack saw Russian drones and missiles fly across much of Ukraine. Zelensky said 7 people were injured in the Kyiv region, 28 in the northeastern city of Kharkiv, and another 2 in the southern this region. Ukrainian Prime Minister Yulia Svyridenko said the country urgently needed help in strengthening its air defense. This is the only way to save our people and our cities, she wrote on social media. Ukraine's Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha noted that the attack had taken place during a crucial summit between U.S. President Donald Trump and China's Xi Jinping, and urged the two leaders to exert pressure on Russia. I am certain that the leaders of the United States and China have enough leverage over Moscow to tell Russian President Vladimir Putin to finally end the war, he said. The latest attacks came shortly after a 3-day U.S. brokered ceasefire expired late on Monday, and as the war has reached a stalemate on the vast front line. Both Russia and Ukraine reported multiple violations during the truce, mostly along the front line, but no large aerial attacks. It coincided with Russia's annual Victory Day parade, which went ahead without incident after being scaled back for fear of a potential attack. Putin suggested afterwards that the war could be drawing to a close, but Russia resumed its attacks on Tuesday, killing 9 people. 6 more people were killed in another major attack on Wednesday, which Ukraine's Air Force said saw 192 drones launched from Russia. On Thursday morning, Zelensky said a total of more than 1,560 Russian drones had targeted Ukrainian cities since Tuesday's night. He described Russia's huge assault as definitely not the actions of those who believe the war is coming to an end, and urged Ukraine's allies not to remain silent.